Hey, so I want to start this video off by saying I rarely ever do this. As a matter of fact, I never do this, but this is an easy way for me to express myself without being misunderstood. Um, Through words, I'll be better off somewhat explaining myself, even though it's gonna be a little bit of a struggle trying to explain what I'm trying to explain. Um, and this video is not to down talk anybody. This video is not to be disrespectful in any way. This video is not against anybody. This is just me expressing my opinion on a strong topic here. Um, so those who know me, know I was previously attending a church, and I recently stopped. Um, those who know me know, yeah, those who know me know the path that I've been following lately. Um, and again, there's no, there's no excuses to it or nothing. Um, but yeah, there's no excuses to it. Um, and I want to say my change in lifestyle lately has nothing to do with the church I was attending. Let's start off there. The church is a amazing church, loving people, awesome people. This this situation is not me against man situation. It's me against myself situation. If that makes sense. Um, so I'm in a spot right now where yes, I was one who wanted to be a complete believer of God, and then now I'm in a boat where I'm not in that same place. Am I doing that to to be hateful towards God? No. Am I doing that to um, be against God? No. You cannot expect somebody to you can't expect somebody to follow a complete path without complete knowledge. If that makes sense. Um, but the thing to that too is, even without having complete knowledge, doesn't mean you won't have feelings. I'm trying to. How can I compare that to something? So let's do it like this, okay? Let's do it like this. You got those who grew up in a who grew up in the life of God. Let's just put it like that. Who grew up and living serving the life of God, and you got those who did not grow up in that lifestyle. So you got two separate groups here. The group serving God, they you know they did it from the start, from the jump, coming out their mother's womb. They That's the life they live. On the other hand, the other group, that's not the life they lived. They lived whatever life they lived. Besides that, it just wasn't that life. So when you got somebody in that second group trying to join that first group, it's they're a baby now. They're a baby being born into a life of God. Let's put it like that. Even though you know everybody speaks that of God creating us and everything. That's not the point I'm trying to make. My point is, those who weren't serving the life of God growing up and want to join it, they're considered babies. So now they're in this group. So they're feeling all these mixed emotions. They're happy. They're feeling joyful. They're feeling, you know, love. They got these feelings that they can't seem to explain. They can't seem to express, but they're feeling them. They're good feelings. those cannot be, though you can't control those feelings come. Feelings come and feelings go. That's not something you have complete control of. It happens. Um, but just because you got the feelings don't mean you have the knowledge. So I want to make a comparison to an actual newborn baby. A newborn baby, when born into a loving home, a loving family, they're happy, they're laughing, they're smiling. They're just all over the place because they feel that comfort. But do they actually know, who they're happy with, who the person that they're feeling comfortable with, who they really are? Do they know their background history? Do they know, you know, do they know anything about this person? No, they don't. All they know is that they feel good, they feel comfortable. They just feel everything good. But then there comes a time where um they could feel upset with that person, confused. Let's say that person upsets the baby, um, or you know, or let's say that person walks away from the baby. Let's just hear me out for a second. Let's say that person walks away from the baby, um, but it has nothing to do with the baby. Um, so now that baby feels, you know, abandoned, alone, and that baby doesn't feel that person there to comfort them. So, not saying that God walks away from us, but I'm just trying to compare the feeling. Um, so now that baby is confused. That baby doesn't know what to feel. That baby doesn't know what's going on, um, or what the case may be. All that baby knows is that baby felt the presence of that person there, and then that presence of that person was gone. The baby felt that presence gone. What I'm trying to say here is feelings come and go without being controlled, but without the knowledge, without the baby knowing why, that person, it felt like that person not there at the moment, even though that person still may be there, that person just is just distant. The baby doesn't understand that the baby is confused, the baby is hurt, you know. The baby hasn't lived in that life long enough to know where the feelings are coming from or why the feelings are there. Does that mean the baby hates that person? No. Does that mean the baby's against that person? No, it doesn't. It's confusion. You know, like it's a confusing situation for that baby. So now going back to us, you know, we're us who didn't grow up in the Christian life. We're the babies in that Christian life when we decide to join. So we feel that happiness from God, the presence, whatever we feel joyful, we feel it. But when things get rough or things get tough, we don't have that knowledge to understand why, why it's happening. We haven't completely understood, everything we're supposed to understand. We didn't grow up knowing the Bible. We didn't grow up understanding the Bible. To some of us, and I'll be honest, I'll speak, speak direct here. Me, an example, let's use somebody as me who could put the Bible in front of my face right now and open it and read words but not understand what I'm reading. Who could sit right here and be asked questions of Jesus or God and not know how to answer them. Who and let's take it out of the Christian scenario. Let's talk logical now. A person like me who is not book smart, who is not, at a high level, of what's the word, man? Can't think of the word right now. It's too much in my mind at the moment. But who is not, high up there with knowledge, somebody who takes it takes more effort and more work for them to understand something, to process something, to read something, to just to understand things in general. You know, it gets it gets hard. So now they're living in this life where yeah, I'm going to church, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling happy, but these are feelings. These are just feelings at the moment. Do I know? Do I know why I'm feeling happy? I mean, because everybody's telling me, yeah, I got God in my life, so I'm gonna feel happy. They telling me I accepted God, so I'm gonna feel happy. But if I don't truly understand what it really means to have God in my life, and if I don't sit there and truly understand how it is to communicate with God or how to understand His communication with us, if I can't sit there and understand how to open up a Bible and read it and understand what I'm reading, you're gonna get lost. And these are not, and I want to make this very clear. And this is my opinion. Everybody, there's gonna be a lot of y'all, probably all of y'all. Who knows? I don't know, and respectfully, I don't care. But there's gonna be a lot who think that this is excuses. So no, my opinion, an excuse is something when you know what's going on, you know the scenario, you understand everything, nothing is confusing to you, nothing is you know, everything is very clear to you, like a bright sky day. Everything is clear to you, but you're choosing to take a different path. You're choosing to go against things. You're choosing. Keyword is you're choosing. Let's go right there. The keyword is that you're choosing. And those are excuses. When you're choosing, those are excuses. I can respect that. But when you don't understand and you're fighting with yourself to understand because you want to feel one way but you feel another way, those are not excuses. That is literally somebody being lost and being outspoken about it to get the help and knowledge, that they need, and asking for it in the only way they know how to. They grew up knowing how to ask for it. Not all of us grew up knowing how to sit down and be like, hey, um, I don't know this. I don't know that. Some of us are not open like that. Some of us are not. It takes a lot for some of us to open up. We are not as open as others. Some of us are shut down. You know, and then yeah, some of us, especially, you know, I'm not saying that people growing up in the Christian life didn't grow up suffering. Listen. I heard stories. I met people. I know it happens. But yeah, grew up with that faith and that mentality that things were gonna be okay. Us, on the other hand, we didn't. You know, we we just grew up thinking, okay, this is the life we gotta live. Some of us grew up in a life of molestation. Some of us grew up in a life of abuse. Some of us grew up in a life, surrounded by drugs. Some of us grew up. That's the life we grew up. Did we choose to live to grow up in that lifestyle? We did not. We we did not. We didn't choose that. That we were we did not choose that. So some of us are not truly open. Some of us do not know how to open up in a calm way. Us opening up, sometimes it comes off with anger. It comes off with hurt, and you know it's better that way than shutting down. I've been in a situation where I didn't open up at all. I just stood quiet. I didn't express myself. I didn't speak about nothing. I stood quiet. Um, And certain things I still quiet about for years. So, it's not easy for me to open up. And I know I'm not the only one. So, let's get back on point here. Um, yes, when I was attending the church, I was happy. You know, I felt joy. I would sit up there, I would feel good. I would even cry. But at the same time, you know, did I truly know why I was crying? No. Did I truly know where that joy was exactly coming from? I know it was coming from God. Don't get me wrong. You know, I know I said recently, that I don't know, if there is a God, if there's not a God. But you know what? I don't think that's really my confusion here. You know, what I want to understand is it really true that no matter what you did in your lifestyle, can God really still be there for you and forgive you? Everybody says yes, you can mess up, and as long as you repent, as long as you pray, as long as you come to God, you'll be good. Okay, that's y'all speaking to me. You know, that's y'all speaking to me from y'all knowledge. Y'all throw Bible verses at us, Bible verses at me. Those are verses that y'all know about that, y'all could sit there and read the Bible verse and it make that Bible verse into your own conversation and break it down because y'all understand it. And to me, I'll just sit there and like, I don't know. I don't understand. So it's not sitting there and it's not sitting there and acting like you're against God or want to sit there and disrespect, God. No, that's not the case here. Just some of us express ourselves differently. You know, me, I'm a person when I'm in deep need of help and don't know how to express myself, I will show publicly how damaged I'm becoming and you know and the path I am going down, hoping that somebody's gonna read into that and know that that is just truly me crying out for help. But a lot of us are different. A lot of us open up differently and express differently. But just because we're confused and don't know what's going on and don't have the knowledge to understand what's going on in our hearts, don't mean that we're against God. If we're against God, honestly, I would walk away completely. I wouldn't be sitting here. I wouldn't be trying. I wouldn't be showing up at services when I know damn well I should not be there because I know what I was doing prior to being there. No, that's me pulling myself in because I know where I'm supposed to be. I just don't know how to be there. I don't got the knowledge to know how to be there. I don't got the I don't got the knowledge to sit there by myself and not rely on man because I don't know how to understand if God's communicating with me. I don't know. I don't know how to hear God correctly. At that, I don't know how to hear Him at all. I don't know how to just open up a Bible and go to a verse and read it and get on my knees and pray and discuss what I just read and understand it. No, because some of us are not book smart. It's not even spiritually smart. It has nothing to only do with that. Yes, that's part of it, but it's also some of us who are not, who are not book smart, who don't know how to open a book and read and understand it. You know, I will sit here and put myself down, about my knowledge, my smarts. Cause yeah, I'm not a smart person. I don't deny that. But I can sit there and say, I try. I seek the help, and as hurt as I am, and as much as I mess up when I'm hurt, because I'm trying to find the help I need and don't know what direction to turn into, but just turn back into what I grew up as a baby, knowing, because this is the lifestyle that I was born into as a baby, the lifestyle I had the feelings for growing up, and I actually got to grow up into this lifestyle and understand it. And that was a lifestyle of just growing up, of knowing hurt, of knowing pain, of knowing suffering. Like this is, in my opinion, not, yeah. There's gonna be some who are out there just coming up with excuses. This video is not to defend everybody, but this video is to defend the ones who are truly trying to seek their place in their place in the life of God, but doesn't know how to, doesn't have the smarts to go there, doesn't have the strength to go there. It's there's so much more to it. But with this being said, I just wanted to get my point out there because I wasn't gonna be able to put this into words. There's a lot of hurt, a lot of pain behind this situation. And it's not spiritually only, it's not only spiritually. You know, some of us, we struggle spiritually, we struggle mentally, we struggle physically. We need that spiritual help, we need that mental help, we need that physical help. There's more than one kind of help that we need. But those who took the time to watch this, I'm open to everybody's opinion. Everybody's opinion matters. I'm not about to sit here and get mad at anything anybody has to say. The same way I would expect nobody to get mad at anything I said in this video. At the end of the day, I feel we all have the right to express ourselves, express how we really feel. Thank you.